The Little Truckee River has a reputation. It's a technical tailwater situated in the northern Sierra, flowing from Weber Lake, then between Stampede and Boca reservoirs, before its confluence with the Main Truckee near I-80. Historically, Lahontan cutthroat spawned in this tributary, but now it's dominated by non-native browns and rainbows. In the fall, kokanee make spawning runs out of Stampede, and care must be taken so as not to disturb the numerous brown trout spawning reds that can be seen in the low water. And for the fish, the Little Truckee is a spawning ground, but for the angler, it is a classroom. The fish here are educated, the water is clear, and mistakes are rarely forgiven. I'd only been fishing for a few months, and I had plenty of enthusiasm, but relatively little skill. The learning curve had been steep. My previous fishing sessions had yielded mixed results. I had days getting skunked and then days with a handful of 8 to 12 inch rainbows and browns. Now they were enough to keep the fire lit, but they required little in the way of problem solving. What I lacked was experience handling moderate sized fish that can really dictate the terms of the fight. That took long enough. The rig I was using on this day was a pale yellow egg pattern trailing a Zebra Midge dropper. I was working a pocket below a midstream rock. Now in retrospect, the drift was way too close to me. The fish took the midge just 5 or 6 feet directly in front of where I was waiting. Now by all rights, it should have spooked well before that strike. But you get lucky sometimes. I got lucky, and I set the hook. When this fish jumped, I didn't just see the size, I could hear it. Less of a splish and more of a thud. I knew the fish was in a different weight class than my others. Then it began taking line out of my hand, which was another first in my fly fishing career. The fight lasted for 4 minutes. I mean, it felt longer. My technique certainly left something to be desired. I was reactive, not proactive. I was swinging my net at it as though it would just hop in for me. The anxiety of losing this fish, my biggest fish, had me holding my breath. Finally, a brown trout, 16 to 18 inches, a personal best. Now there was pride and relief when netting this fish, but this was luck, not mastery. I hooked a fish at close range that should have fled. I fought it poorly and missed mini netting opportunities. Fortunately, that little size 20 midge held on though. Now let's be clear, this was no trophy fish. I mean, hell, there are fish in the Little Truckee that could eat this fish. But it was a milestone in my early career. You know, it was fuel to keep that fire burning, keep that drive going to find more and bigger fish and to develop the skills that will allow me to catch them with a little bit more finesse than this one.